What's going on, guys? This is Greg back with the Super 6. Man, I just finished up with a 1 hour full body massage. Man, just the greatest thing I could do for my body, man. It just feels so good. If you've never had a massage, man, you don't know what you're missing. So that felt really good after a long, stressful week of work. Of course, you guys know I work in the education system, so man, so it is really really great today. But let me show you something. Boom, there it is. The Upper Hand Day Spa. If you guys, if anybody is in the eastern part of the Atlanta metro area, the southeastern part, Conyers, McDonough, DeKalb County, Decatur, Stockbridge, any of those areas, the Upper Hand Day Spa, man, is wonderful. If you call and book an appointment, you ask for Catherine, and Catherine will hook you up, man. I can remember not thinking much of getting a massage. My wife mentioned it to me, several years ago, and I was like, But once I had one, I mean, just unbelievable. But anyway, man, I just want to talk a little bit about boost weather and how the car reacts to the Rip supercharged motor, how it reacts to the boost weather. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on my way back home and just talk just a little bit about it. But here in Georgia, man, it is in this area, it's just above 60 degrees, which is cooler. As you know, during the summer in late August, early September, that whole time, man, the weather is thick and hot and muggy. You still get boost, but it is not like when the weather is cooler. Listen to this. And I'm not even pressing it that hard. I mean, it just picks up. The torque is better. The acceleration is better. The sound is better. And then with that supercharger, man, you hear that whistling. You can hear the whistling inside the cab. I mean, it's just awesome. It just performs a lot better. But like I said, these cars, when boosted, and also stock too, if you got a cold air intake and running a stock setup, your car benefits from cool weather. Now with the supercharger setup, how it works is normally, even when driving in warmer weather, it sucks in that air and cools it before putting it into the engine. So the car makes power off of much cooler air, and the cooler the air is, the better. So by it being boost weather, and I mean anything lower than 60 degrees or anything that's not humid, the car doesn't have to cool it. The air is already cool, so it doesn't have to work so hard to actually cool the air, and it's just that much better. It's just really great. It's really perform like a different vehicle during the charging during these cooler months, man. So if you're driving Charger, Challenger, whatever trim, if you're boosted in any way, just totally a lot better. Just running into some traffic here before I make my next turn here on 138, so we can get a little bit more pulls and hear the sound of this cool air, man, and what it's doing. But I'm always geeked, man, to get in this car. I love this car, man. I don't know what it is. I just love it, man. I'm just trying to represent, the boosted sixes, and it's just great, man. And this car has been a fantastic daily driver. And it might be like a day that goes by, maybe like on the weekend or whatever, if we're driving, we go somewhere, or we drive my wife's car, and I miss it. I miss it. I mean, after 24 hours of not driving, man, I miss it. So I always want to jump in it. The only thing that makes it not fun is that you always have somebody slow in front of you. I don't care if it's the car directly in front of you, if it's not the car further up, it's always slow. And daily driving, I drive it to work. Daily driving, man, you know, it's always slow. So that's the only not so fun thing about having a faster car, you know, with these Mopars or whatever you drive. If you're driving a higher performance car, that's the only time it's not fun, when everybody else is slower than you. So, but other than that, it is great. But getting back to how this thing performs with boost weather. Got some traffic here, guys. I'm gonna come right back at you. Yeah, but that's definitely something to look forward to, man, is you know, the cooler weather. Whether you are doing the RIP supercharger, or you're pro charging your RT or your Scat Pack, that's another benefit that you're going to have during the cooler months. And I had one of my subscribers commented, and he said that he was going to get he had his RIP supercharger kit, and he was going to get it put on today. Not today, but the day he made that comment. And that's just something that, you know, I can remember that being so excited. And you can go back and check out that video from like a year or so ago, how excited I was to have mine. And even though we ran into some irks and jerks during the installation process, I was so excited, man. So congratulations. You know, it is definitely something to look forward to, because you know your car is just gonna perform. And then, you know, just barely tapping it, man, it just, good Lord. You know, that whistling. And always somebody slow. Sounds better. And I could have got way up in front, but there was someone slow. Like I said, man, just great. The car's been performing really good, man. The last tune that I got on it, I want to really get a dyno tune, so we can get it on the dyno. We can look at how much power and torque it's actually making. I want to do that. And I want to get the transmission control module added into the tune, because once I talked to RIP about what it was doing, that's what they suggested that he does, because I think it was pretty much tuned for engine performance, because when I hit it, man, it just goes, or if I let off of it, you know, that's usually when that minor jerking occurs. But either it wants to go or it wants to let up. But other than that, man, it performs. I say it's right about around 90%, because everything's starting to get broken in. The last tune I had, it's starting to settle in, and it actually, you know, overall, man, performs really good. But like I said, this boost weather is real. Now, like I said, it was 60-something degrees, 62, 63 degrees. When it's cooler than that or colder than that, you know, the cooler or colder it is, the better your car performs. So it's just awesome. And I had another viewer to comment about what he did to his 6 I can't quite remember my man's name, but shout out to your brother. You know, he suggested this place that did his car. It's in North Carolina, which is not far from the metro area I live in, Atlanta metro area that I live in. Maybe 2.5, 3 hours. So I'm thinking about maybe making that drive. So we'll see. You know, still trying to work that out because I want this baby to perform at its peak. So, like I said, man, boost weather is real. A lot of fun driving this car. And, you know, man, I just hope all is well. Enjoying it and loving it. Stay tuned for more vids on upcoming mods. And then a couple of those mods are going to be actually necessities more so than cosmetics. So I'm going to talk about those in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. Don't forget, take care of yourself. And I'll get at you guys later.